It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another exciting adventure into the show known as Tiny Meng Tuesdays. As always, I am one of your faithful hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder, aka Dave Wheeler, really, whichever one you like to call me by. And as always, I am joined by the effervescent madman of Minneapolis, and also one of the most crazy toy hunters that I've ever known, Matt Lind. We'll get into that in a little bit. Oh no, Matt, why is you muted? Uh-oh. Hold on.
I muted myself because I was drumming.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened?
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, anyway, craziest toy hunter. Yeah, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah. And with us, as always, the third man makes his return. What up, King? King? Uh-oh. We've lost. He's there. We can see him moving.
Yeah, we were talking earlier.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
For some odd reason, you weren't coming through.
He was psychically toy hunting.
Oh, yes. Neb, I am almost at 500. Thank you. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna do something fun.
Spreading his consciousness throughout the cosmos.
Oh, yes. So, Matt, is it okay to share this on here?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think I don't know. No need to get crazy with it tonight, but you can definitely share.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be gripped and ripped tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Matt, build that up.
Matt, in his adventures abroad, while checking out the goods.
Yes, Columbia Heights.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's further than I get to go. He found I don't want to say grail, but something that I legit never thought I would own. And this is something that is very important to me as a wrestling fan because it really does mark a piece of my wrestling history. And it's from my first AEW show that I went to. And it's the American Nightmare chase figure of Cody Rhodes. So this is his gear that he wore at Revolution. Which I was at. I actually tabled at C2E2 and sprinted from the venue across the road to the venue for Revolution. And when this was announced, I thought this was the standard release, so I pre-ordered from ringside because I was so excited. And then they switched it, and this was the 1 in 1,000 chase. So I got the weird like DX black and green looking Cody, and I was pissed. But then I was like, I'm never gonna find this, so I kind of gave up. And then Matt texted me and he's like, "Hey man, you know anybody who wants this?" I'm like, "That would be me."
Well, I was just like, "Hey, check out this cool thing that I found because it's hard to find, and I never thought I would actually see one."
Right? I had just kind of given up the ghost on it. I was like, "Hey, this is not going to happen. It's a chase. We're doomed to see the same Rihos and Matt and Nick Jacksons on the pegs forever."
I couldn't. I remember you talking about wanting, some chase, and I couldn't remember if it was that one. So I'm like, well, I would have shared it with you anyway to say, look at this cool thing,
which was awesome.
And then you were like, oh yeah, I actually want that one. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I kind of lost my mind a little bit. My Anna can attest to that because I was like, no fucking way. Crimson Geek. Me too, because legit, I never thought that I would find one.
It was weird too here because I feel like there was at least like 5 of the Chase Moxes that were found in Minnesota.
Yeah. There was like 4 or 5 people in some of the local groups who was like, "Look what I found! Look what I found!" I'm like, "Where are you finding these?" Because like I wasn't even finding that wave.
Oh yeah, that wave. Yeah, it was like nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, it wasn't even like. There were other like figures had been sold out of the set, like
which is funny.
They hadn't put them all out yet because it was Cody, and Santana and Ortiz, but there was no Hardy, there was no Sammy.
That's wild.
So like either somebody just saw that and was like, oh well, I guess I don't need that, or
they just didn't realize what it was.
I don't know, but. I was amazed I found it. I shouldn't have looked at what it was going for on eBay, but I did.
Sorry.
But
That's hey, man. I did say, like, are you sure?
Yes, and I'm still sure, even knowing what it's going for. It's just money.
Yeah,
You're gonna enjoy that more than
Oh yeah. Oh, Merc and McGee. Speaking of never thinking I would see one, I hear of the tweets. I might be able to order a Turtle in Disguise pack tomorrow. Yeah, NECA's throwing those up, which is pretty awesome. So
I don't know if restocks are happening, but somebody found one today locally.
Yeah, I think those and the frogs are getting restocked in a lot of places. It sounds like some of the Triceratons and the splinter packs are getting pulled, but I don't know if there's any truth to that. Someone was talking about it on one of the custom groups today.
I mean, there's a lot of those out there. They got to do something with those sets to make.
But howdy, Super Spike, Rodney. We are getting to that right now. We'll start with King because we've been yammering on and on about toys and stuff for a minute. King, what are you working on tonight, my friend?
Course-based stuff. So I got a couple of sets of stuff off of Etsy. I finished putting them together today. I had one I had to do some hand surgery on since he didn't come with a hand.
Oh, weird.
So I had to find a cool looking hand. So I gave him like a club. Got some stuff to glue on bases, but I have this fella who I'm going to paint.
Very cool.
And I got a new camera because people were like, "Oh, I'd love to see what you're painting." And I'm like, "Oh, well, it's on this stream." And they're like, "Oh, I know. I just can't see it." Like, your camera is terrible.
I think it also might have been a little bit of the lighting too, because I mean, granted, you got a new camera, so it's night and day for sure. I mean, you're sharp looking King. Not that you aren't always, but now the world can see it.
Streamers go crazy for a sharp looking King,
right?
So I've been told.
I see what you did there. What about you, Matthew? What you working on tonight?
Well, I just popped this back together. I've been painting it over the last couple days. Ooh. I want to find a different head for him.
What is it?
This the Decius Army drone repaint of the Siege Ironhide, so he had all the battle damage and stuff on him, that they were doing for the Siege line, and I've got a couple of the regular ones, but I've been looking, and in the pre-Transformers Diaclone line, I'm not working on that time.
I just put it up there. I wasn't gonna say it.
There was, before they were like, "Oh yeah, let's just remake all have Marvel make all these toys characters." They were just transforming robots that little micromen drove around, and a lot of them had different color schemes or multiple color schemes. And in Japan, there was a black version of the Ironhide and Ratchet van. And I was like, oh, normally I don't do Transformers customs because there's so much freaking, potential for paint rub. Too many joints with the transforming. But I'm like, the base figure is already mostly black.
Yeah.
So I can just, get rid of the battle damage and have something here. So, yeah, we'll see. I do want to find him a head that looks kind of like the shitty sticker that they use on the original Ratchet and Ironhide. To differentiate him, but we'll see what I end up doing.
Right on.
That's where I'm starting. I've got some other stuff. I'm gonna work on some plexiglass that I'm gonna try and bend with the heat gun. That should be interesting.
Go low and slow. It'll work.
Tempo.
Let's see. What I saw was both Disguise packs and frogs going up for pre-order. Yes, you are correct. Firefly seems to be back up on target. Firefly and I think the infantry, the Cobra infantry trooper went back up.
I'm really surprised that one. I ordered one when they first went up on Tuesday or Wednesday last week.
Yeah,
and it showed up on Friday.
Yeah, so a lot of people were getting crazy super fast. Yeah.
So I picked that up, and then I saw they were still up, and I'm like, well, they can't cancel the one that I have in my hand now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna order another one.
Oh, King, we got a question for you from Neb. How did King Ginger get his nickname?
Oh man, I've had a bunch of nicknames. I don't remember how King Ginger came about. I think that was a Wheeler Boys.
I was like, I do. That was from, I think it was one of the first the VFed when we were doing that, because we were joking around, and I'm trying to remember.
Oh, you mean the SmackDown?
Yeah. When it was like you, me, James, your old roommate. Was Blaze out there too? I can't remember, but I remember it just came
My
about.
old roommate.
Yeah, or was it Blaze's old roommate? I don't remember.
I didn't have a roommate. I've been eternally married.
No. This was like from, or maybe it was Blaze's roommate then.
Yeah, because I moved to the cities and got married. We were already dating, like we were getting ready to get married. So I was like, man, I've not known you that long.
Surprise! Yes, you have. No,
you've always known.
I remarried you.
You did. I'm married to the same woman twice, and she threatens me every day that we'll do it again. And then if we get divorced, it has to be 3 times.
I'm still licensed. I'm just putting that out there.
Your brother's always threatening too. We need to figure out a good plan for it though, because that last one was good. I mean, we partied it up.
We froze our asses off. The champagne froze.
Well, I mean, people got to understand. My anniversary is New Year's Day.
Yes.
So we get married on New Year's Eve. Or we get married at like midnight, so we did it last time. It was like one of the coldest winters.
Yeah.
And we had a fire pit. We had to start with gasoline.
It was nuts.
And we had lights going up the driveway, and some of them were like freezing and popping. But like a bunch of people showed up.
About that.
Bunch of people showed up. We cleared our dining room out and had a dance party. Your brother got wasted and sloshed. He hates when I tell the story. He sloshed so much champagne all over the wall.
Yes. I remember drinking it like a slushie.
It was good as a slushie.
Oh, it was awesome as a slushie. I just remember while we were performing, we went to go toast, and I raised my glass, and the stem snapped. And I was like, oh shit! And so I caught it. And I cut my hand, I remember, on the plastic. And it was like, well, I'm bleeding. It's too cold out to bleed, though. So we're good. And Mitch Falcon, you are correct. Universal Life Church.
That's where I'm also ordained, so to speak.
Quintillion lurking in the shadows.
So I think I got that nickname from y'all when we were doing that.
It was, I think it was from the VFed. Jazzy McGee, I do have a license to marry. It's like a license to kill, but way more fun. Dave, what are you expecting for the NECA live streams? Oh, they're going to be revealing all of them sweet exclusives. And I was talking with Robo about this on the stream last night. I'm hoping we get the full reveal of Demona and a tease for the next Gargoyle. If not, seeing a full third Gargoyle would be pretty cool. We know that we're getting an Alien exclusive. There's got to be something Turtles. And I'm guessing we'll get a couple Toonie Terrors in there too. That's what I'm guessing from that. Oh, dang, Crimson Geek. I was lucky to find Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin the other day at Walmart. I thought I would never see them in stores. Darby and that wave started to populate quite well for a bit here. And then once again, it's gone. From around the area.
I saw an OC a week or so ago.
Yeah.
They're out there, but they're not as common as they were.
Neb, I'm with you on that. The Turtle 4-pack and the OG toy colors would be too sweet. I didn't even intend to do this, but I say too sweet, and you got to go Biz Quiz. It's ridiculous. I just did it. It's going to be some fun stuff for sure. I mean, I'm always excited to see what NECA's putting out. License to Kill is less fun than a License to Marry. Debatable.
I would agree with you, David.
Yeah, see? I've been dressed as the Doctor before when the 10th Doctor when I was performing a wedding. I've done it all, man. I've done some weird shit at weddings.
Heck yeah.
I'm actually working on what will be Baxter Stockman. I'm working on it from this Warhammer base. So I will be doing a lot of Dremling tonight because I'm cutting down a bunch of factory pieces from the 2012 Baxter, and I will be slowly mashing them together. Someone needs to make a Tuxedo Dave fic. Green Loon Turn, yes, we're on Twitch as well. We're everywhere. I don't want to reveal your real name, though. Do you think the NECA would announce a new license? I would love Escape Room. You never know. I could see them doing all kinds of different things because it's their Comic-Con, you know? Like this is the granddaddy of them all. This is where they throw all the chips on the table and then we go, "Oh, my wallet." So I don't know. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I know I'll be probably, you always hit the moment when they're doing the reveals where you're just like, come on, 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 come on. And you either go, yay, or you go, what? So, just don't poop on it for someone else who enjoys it. How has the heat been treating everyone? It's hot. That's why I'm wearing this sweet tank top. Thanks, Beard.
You look like a giant Corbin.
Right?
Yeah, you look like the Incredible Corbin. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. Corbin hate.
I grabbed my chest hair there. That really fucking hurt. Ow. See, Quintillion, damn straight. Don't yuck on anyone's yum. Mr. Ryan Clark, a friend of mine is a wedding officiant who specializes in geeky weddings. He's done Star Wars, Star Trek, and Harry Potter weddings. That's awesome. I have one friend from college who does weddings in Klingon. I've never seen him actually perform one, but I asked him if I could get a tape, and he told me no. So it was worth a shot. I can vouch for him being able to speak Klingon, though. It's fantastic and terrifying at the same time. I hope we get a rip for the
world. It went very poorly, so.
What are you? How far are you trying to bend it, Matt?
I need to get some 90-degree angles in here.
Oh, bro. Do you have?
It's warm. I'll give it that.
So one thing that you can do, Matt, is if you put like a piece of parchment on top, you can, if you have a piece of like metal, like a metal rod of some sort, put it on top of the parchment, superheat the shit out of that metal rod. It's basically like the angle bender that we used to use at work. But you can have it on there, and then what you can do is I actually used to bend it on the edge of the table to get the 90-degree. Or just be patient, and I can see if I can borrow that from my old bud.
No, I mean, for me, it's just more a matter now of I got to come back at it because
fair enough.
Apparently, it's not going to be as simple an operation as I had hoped, and something that makes sense for the stream here. So
yeah, no, I got you.
On to the next project.
Mitch Falcon, Super 7 timber, also very interesting because that is a straight up Sunbow timber. So fingers crossed. I'm very excited for what is to be revealed. Did any of us pre-order the boss fight Popeyes figures?
No.
Yes.
I should, but I didn't.
I did Popeye Bluto and olive oil. I didn't do Caster because I figured that I'm good with those three, and I'll grab Wimpy if he comes out because that's a nice solid line. Quintillion and Mitch Falcon dropping up those sweet timber reveals. I'm going to mute myself for a moment because I got to do some dremeling so that I can finish piecing this together. So I'll be right back. All
right, ladies and germs, I need a skin color for this alien.
All right, chat. Give Ben a skin color.
You guys did an amazing job last time, and that guy turned out really well, in my opinion.
Mauve.
Isn't that the exact color we went with last time?
Yes, it was. Purple, green, cyan, purple, turquoise.
Purple was mauve, and purple was what we went last time.
Oh, maroon or seafoam.
Oh God! That would be the most.
That would be the most hideous living room colors ever, and I love it. BRB, time to moot. Wrong button.
How do you guys feel about aqua, chat?
I mean, aqua's kind of a cyan or a seafoam.
Yeah, that might be the closest I have. Or I have a patina.
Then we got mustard. We got cantaloupe orange.
You guys are vastly overrating my selection of paint.
Well, you got to mix.
I don't mix because I think it's hard if I make a mistake to be able to go back and meet the color.
That's fair. I usually just end up, getting close and then repainting.
Yeah, and see, I'm not a good enough painter to be anything besides like a tabletop ready painter.
Mm.
So
That's
it's not like I'm doing really great paint jobs or anything. Which is funny because I found out a guy at my last job before I switched jobs here during the pandemic. He used to paint professionally for Reaper.
Oh, wow.
And he had all this cool stuff. And I was just like, why didn't you tell me about this earlier? We could have been hanging out, man. But we were in different departments. So it was a nerdy love that could not speak its name.
Star-crossed, yes.
Yeah. I think we'll try Aqua and see what it looks like.
Yeah, that'll work.
Thanks, chat. As always, you guys are awesome inspiration for ideas, especially when I lack them.
Did someone say Aqua? Like I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world?
Yeah.
It was as close as we could get to Seafoam, David.
Fair. Oh my God, Ben! I think I shot it over in the chat. Did you see the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Sergeant Slaughter figure that's coming out?
No.
It is amazing looking.
I hope he's not hard to get, but I also don't know how much I want to fight to get him.
Yeah. It is basically the unreleased LJN / the G.I. Joe LJN / it's like how many marks can we hit at once? And it is beautiful. Mitch Falcon dropping that sweet link in the chat. Thank you.
They're going to be dropping mad freaking pre-orders those couple of days.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
Because I was excited about that since it's legit. It's rumored that that'll be hitting, and the pre-orders for the Andre JYD Slaughter wave of the MOTU.
Yeah, it's going to be hitting hard.
And the Hollywood,
they also have a Sam Jackson getting 8. They do.
The Hollywood wave of Walmart exclusives, which I'm glad is real, but also I'm not looking forward to hunting.
That's good.
Yeah, since Ben's not as tuned in as we are, Mattel is doing a wave of WWE figures as with the wrestlers in their roles from various just Universal movies, because those are the only ones they have the deal with. But
hold up. Do you think that Slaughter would work with a Joe Classified shelf, or does it lean? It'll definitely be too big, but at the same time, Slaughter was drawn like a damn giant in those cartoons. So
yes,
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gotta go back to Dremlin.
Yeah, so they're doing it's Cena and The Rock in their roles from the Fast and Furious franchise, and then a John Nada from They Live, which is the one I'm very excited about.
That would be the only one I would also be excited about.
So those are going to go up for pre-order the same day as the next wave of the Motu WWE, which is going to suck, and the Walmart exclusives freaking blow.
They do.
Skin tone. What else?
I was going to say, speaking of Motu stuff, and I know that Mitch will put the links in the chat because Mitch is amazing and unstoppable force of nature. Miguel Dor Customs and Figures and Mass Customs have been doing just a crazy amount of releases in the last week and a half of customization options for Origins and all the ilk and those lines. So the wrestling as well. You got some new feet options, some new heads, of course. I think the thing that really blew me away is not just feet, and now not just waistcloths, like loincloths and the such, but doing like full-blown, like, gosh, I can't think of what they're technically called, but the basically like shin guard pieces So you can get your full-blown Alcala Skeletor on if you are so inclined.
Nice.
And today I think Mass put out like a Barbarian head too. It's similar to their Conan head they did, but it's a little less harsh, little less Schwarzenegger looking, but it still has that Barbarian aesthetic. So it'd be really good for a Vicor or Vicron.
Are you talking about the Super 7 one?
No.
Oh.
Mass Customs and Miguel Dor.
Oh, dope.
No, I gotta check those out because I do like me some good custom casts for various purposes.
And they do wonderful, wonderful. I cannot say enough about either one of them. They truly do some great work, great shippers. I've had nothing but good luck with anything they've done, either one of them. Ooh, gotta figure out this jumpsuit color here.
The MODOK exclusive is very cool. I'm excited for that. Captain.
Hey, Buddha Rose, how's it going?
Have to buy that. And Nab earlier asked if I'd found anything lately, which, yes, I almost always have. Though I spent a lot over the weekend, so I kind of got to ease back a little bit. But yes, I found the latest NECA Alien Wave. So I got me Ripley in the compression suit. I got...
we literally just got those in at the shop today, too. I was actually pretty stoked to see them.
Lambert.
Nice.
Still kicking myself for having missed the flight suit Ripley with Jonesy from back when the line started, but I think that was a Walmart exclusive. Yeah, that it was one of those Target ones that never made it here, along with Metalhead and Casey Jones and stuff. And then I found apparently they've been showing up pretty hot and heavy around the country, but I did get the latest Walmart exclusive Kingdom sets.
Neb, I'm guessing the joints on the alien figures feel about the same as they always do, but Matt would be able to speak better on that.
Tight. I think I'm gonna need to use a little bit of heat on them to free them up, which is a bummer, but what can you do? So it goes.
There it is. It's like, shit, I lost one part that I was like, I can't lose this part because it's irreplaceable. That's about right.
And I know the friggin' Studio Series Slag is hitting locally, and I need that figure, but I have not seen him yet myself. So
neither have I.
I was gonna say, you gonna stick with your Dinobot?
I think I am, because the nice thing is at least it'll be spaced out over the course of like a year.
Yeah, I mean they haven't even announced half of them, so
yeah. So fingers crossed.
Well, if I see two, I will grab you one.
Grazie. I figure that is a level-headed way of going about doing this, but we'll see. And back to the mute so that I can dribble.
So Mitch is having difficulty finding these customs you refer to due to spelling or something. So
Mass Customs, I believe you can only get their stuff through their Facebook page. Miguel Dor, his off Facebook page is let me find it here for you quick, Mitch. I appreciate it. MistyMountainToys.com, all one word.
Oh. And that is a tough question, Pale Aragorn. If I had to get rid of a large quantity of figures that I collect, what would it be and why? Trying to think of the lines that I've got, that are always perpetually on the bubble. I've been debating getting rid of my old Gundams. I've got a bunch of the mobile suit in action from like G Gundam and stuff like that. But it's also like a finite line. I don't need to collect it anymore, so it's an easy one to just forget about. Something that I'm currently collecting to actually get rid of, boy, that would be tough. I probably just wouldn't do it. If you held a gun to my head, boy. Maybe like the Super 7 Ultimates turtles, just because the NECA kind of fills that same spot. Maybe I'd get rid of the NECAs. I don't know.
Something about turtles? What?
Well, just if you had to get rid of a large quantity of figures that you collect, what would it be?
Ooh. Sadly,
I got rid of all my ARAH Joes. I'm going to be getting rid of my ARAH Joe vehicles at some point here. I just need to actually do it.
I believe in you.
Someday. I'm continually purging Transformers. I could probably get rid of all of the Fortnite figures that I buy and then just put into boxes because I don't have a good spot for them very much. But they're also the only 4-inch line really going these days. So the longtime Joe collector in me, likes those. Classified actually might be one that I could convince myself to get rid of, even though I'm liking it a lot, just because I've got 4-inch Joes. So
this is true.
And that line has been a pain to collect.
Which is sad because, like, it's a really cool line, but, like, that is the number one thing I hear about that line. It's a really cool line, but it's a pain in the ass to collect. And it's like, well, you're not lying. Like,
it's getting better, but yeah, it's still a pain. I'm going to grab some off the shelf, and then I will need to mute briefly.
Yes. Alexander Earl, the plastic doctors are in. You're damn straight. Jimenez, want to become famous by followers. Nope. Peace out, Girl Scout. I can't. You're already gone. I can't even boot you.
You don't want to become famous?
No. Why would I want that? There we go, Mitch Falcon.
You had your chance. You lost it.
Yeah. It was fleeting.
That was it right there.
I'd get a classified stalker if they made one. I'm sure they will.
I would also get a WWE Elite Barry Windham as the stalker if they made him, but that's because I'm
nice.
All right, I will be muting myself.
Ah, yes. Oh man, how am I going to do this?
I ask myself that same question every single day.
No, I've reached the point with this custom where it's like it's down to legit doing the nitty gritty bullshit dance of like just carving the living daylights out of shit. It's like, oh man, it's gonna just be a pisser in it. I think I'm gonna lose the ab joint. That's okay.
All right, I need a jumpsuit color.
Fluorescent pink.
I need a good jumpsuit color.
Fluorescent yellow?
No.
Mauve.
God, you guys and your purplish stuff.
Orange. Lime green.
Orange I'm kind of into, but man, orange is such a pain in the ass.
See? That's why Mitch Falcon's the man. Been blocked and reported. Thank you. Tan, pink, green, orange. Lots of orange.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with orange. Good call, chat, again, as always. Does anyone else have just the worst luck in the world painting orange?
Yes.
Yeah, orange sucks.
It's so hard to paint.
Orange, yellow, purple.
Purple I don't have problems with. It's orange and yellow, though. My God, are they terrible.
All right.
All right. Georgia clay or pure orange?
Pure orange. Georgia, because if you're going to put a wash or anything on it, it's going to end up looking more like that Georgia clay.
Yeah, you're right. And I am going to wash them before I highlight
You
them.
might want to put a coat of white down first, too.
True story.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's too much work, Matt.
All right.
Living dangerously.
Only you and all your new money can do that.
I usually don't either, but I regret it.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be like 7 passes now, but
So earlier today, I met up with Dave to hand off that Cody, but he also came up to me and said, "I've got a Vince in my pocket for you."
wow,
Which was true.
I did.
That is a
True story.
frightening set of words put together.
So yeah, so I've been working. I've been looking for a Vince for a while. I took the head off this Jax Vince, to use for my Arthur Nagin Gorilla Man custom.
Oh, nice.
Found the because it looks. I like this head. It's got a Arthur Nagin-y vibe to it, and
Isn't
Vince
it funny?
kind of rocking some butt hair. It's great. So yeah,
We got an echo from somebody.
Where the hell? Well, see, now the head fell down here. So, oh, god damn it.
But isn't it funny, Matt, that you have to clarify that it's the Arthur Nagin Gorilla Man because Marvel has 2 Gorilla Men?
There is an array of Gorilla Mans. And what a wonderful world we live in that that's the case.
Yeah. Do you like Arthur Nagin more than Ken Hale?
Oh, no. Ken Hale's a much more interesting character. Especially now. I mean, for a while there, he was just an obscure, horror character that never really went anywhere. But with Agents of Atlas, they really did a lot to, bring him into the modern day. They're using him in Avengers right now. We'll see where his story goes.
Really? What are they using him for in Avengers?
He's been part of the Agents of Wakanda.
Oh, okay.
And he's been kind of acting as security for Avengers Mountain.
Interesting.
Which is a dead celestial that they live in the Arctic.
Are you talking about the modern Avengers run?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's great.
It is. It's real bonkers. So yeah, Ken Hale is their head of security at Avengers Mountain. And then there were developments in the recent issue of Avengers that, yeah, so we'll see where that goes. I'm going to mute briefly again, and I'll be back.
I am slowly but surely carving the living shit out of this Warhammer figure. So enough so that in dremeling, it's gotten hot enough that it is flexible.
The part of the Dremel.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
So completely unlike the actual Warhammer rules, it is flexible.
Yes. Oh,
I'm not familiar with the with any custom heads for the Jurassic Park stuff, Panther 10, but that sounds interesting. And if a well done dinosaur head sculpt would be an achievement, not something that I would want to take on. So, Dave did have safety glasses earlier. I don't know why he's not wearing them now.
I did. Oh, I was just carving. I wasn't actually dremeling there.
No.
Yeah, they're right here.
Daily Aragorn is concerned for your safety.
Well, I dremeled a bit too much, and I cut out the arm joints.
Oh no!
Whoopsies. That's okay. I'm just going to put a big blob of epoxy in here.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I've recreated joints more times than I care to admit.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Super Spike, safe now. Oop. Oop.
Whew. Yeah.
Gravy.
Making head joints.
So yeah, that is what I'm left with of the upper.
Oh dear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean fixable, but dang.
Yeah, but it'll. There we go. This was the goal, so there we go. It's one.
Ha! Nice.
So now I will glue, and then I will start sculpting and filling. Actually, can I push this back further? Oh, I can. That's kind of sexy.
All right. Well, I'll have to got to pay his hair, but to quote the man himself,
Nice.
shit.
That is good shit. All right. Well,
Speaking of wrestling, I gotta say, first, tends to put on a good show, but I was very pleased and very hopeful that they managed to do more events in the same space that they did their last show.
yeah.
The lab. It's a brew pub or something in St. Paul, and it's a great setup for wrestling.
Yeah.
At least for an outdoor show. I was super impressed. Great show, good time. The bringing in the burlesque and the drag, along with the matches, worked real well. So yeah, hope they get to do it again there.
Well, and they announced last night at the Bauhaus return show that Mr. Danhausen, very nice, very evil Danhausen, will be there.
Yes.
So very excited.
Also exciting. Yes, got my tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I know you were out there selling your wares. Don't spoil anything because I haven't seen it. But did you see Black Widow, or were you just there selling?
Yes, I saw Black Widow. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Was a super fun movie. Would recommend.
All right, it's at the Riverview, which is very near here. So we'll probably check that out.
And thank you, Mitch Falcon. Love that Danhausen. Oh wait, I can do this because I accidentally uploaded this a long time ago because I clicked the wrong image. Danhausen.
Morbius.
Still good.
Gene Colan's Dracula.
Yes. Oh man, I actually put Danhausen back in the display now, so I can't just I was fucking with him during the stream the other night, oh, you know what? That hasn't debuted yet. Fun fact: there's going to be something with me dropping later this week from a different channel, so keep an eye out because I might have just screwed that up. I like Black Widow, Yelena, and Red Guardian are great. Hell yeah, the whole Spy Fam thing was dope. The damn house. But yeah, no, it was so fun. I do have some prints left over from the premieres, so if anybody is interested, holla at your boy. What Super Spike? Damn it, Dave. Oh, I see. Deep rip. But yes, if you're interested in some of the exclusive prints, drop me a line on Instagram. Mitch Falcon will drop the link in the description below. I don't know why I said that because it'll be in the chat, which is like a description. Oh yeah, Neb Shapiro. Super excited for that Loki finale. I will be checking that out in the morning/afternoon once my kiddo goes down for a nap.
I'm not even sure when I'm going to get to watch that. I got a busy couple of days here, but
I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I'm also.
I am as well. It's been quite enjoyable.
Been quite a ride.
Yes, and then we'll see. The What If trailer was interesting.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I will watch it. I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm very, very curious. So the cool thing is with this, I'm going to elongate these arms with the factory pieces. And so I'm actually going to Dremel that off so that the arm will be like this. I'm trying to get that straight on at the camera. This is terrible. There we go. So it'll be something like that. And then that I'll rebuild the joint into the torso, put the shoulder pads on that, and that'll be pretty sick because it'll give that kind of weird, like, top-heavy mech look, which is what I'm going for. Nightwing, you selling those prints anywhere? Maybe this weekend? That's right. Thank you, Nightwing, for reminding me. Nerdin' Out is one of the local shops is having a swap down at their shop on Saturday, which is going to be pretty dope. I'll be selling down there. If you're in the Minnesota area, drop on by. I'll be selling a bunch of toys and probably doing sketches and selling some prints, as I always do. So it'll be fun. I'm trying to get the graphic for that so I can pop it up on screen real quick. And of course, I am having issues finding it. Thank you, Mitch Falcon. I very much want a Captain Carter Legend figure. Dude, I'm hoping for that What If wave like nobody's business.
No, that's definitely one of the short lists.
Here you go, folks. If you're in the Minnesota area, check it out. Saturday, July 17th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Whoa, that's not right. Is it? I don't know. It's going to be a fun time.
You're stuck there till 7 p.m., Dave.
I think that's actually how late they're open. But it'll be fun.
That's how late you're going to be there.
Yeah, possibly.
Dave Wheeler, available Saturday at Nerding Out from 10 to 7.
Yes, you can rent me out. I'm like a party favor. It's fantastic. But yeah, no, stop on by, see me, say hey, and pick up some fun toys. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to mute myself again because I have to drill. I'm muted.
Have you been watching Loki, Ben?
Not currently. Cassandra and I talked about like we're going to do just like we did with Vision and just like binge it all. We still haven't finished Captain America, or excuse me, Falcon Winter Soldier yet.
Okay.
I got hooked on something called Final Space.
Okay.
Which apparently it's a couple years old, which is an animated show.
Okay.
And I'm all the way to the third season in about 3 days. So
damn.
I've enjoyed it. It's definitely gets some comparisons to Rick and Morty, which are a little unwarranted.
Well, you know, it's the elephant in the room. But
it's meets those kind of. There's some serious like emotional beats on that show, which are like people die and they die kind of horribly, and it's very sci fantasy, which I enjoy.
Nice.
Also, Keith David plays a gigantic space titan. And says things like "Yo mama," which makes me real happy inside.
Yes, that is as it should be.
Also delivers like these Shakespearean soliloquies, and this says stuff like, "I'm back, baby." I'm like, "Yes, you are, Keith David. I missed you while you were away."
Yeah, Keith David's great.
He really is. He's a treasure. He's got a really, really, really great voice for voice acting.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that, and I started The Expanse.
Okay.
I have a couple of friends who watch that show and are always like, you like big science fiction
concepts?
Not concepts and conflict. And this is like very much a like political, little harder sci-fi than I generally enjoy. But when I get to watch Thomas Jane as a grizzled noir police detective on a satellite, while a potential war is getting ready to pop off between Mars and Earth, and they're like in the middle, I'm enjoying that a lot. So yeah, I don't know. That's about it. We haven't been exactly lighting it up when it comes to like new stuff.
Oh no, we have our handful of shows we watch regularly, but we don't not seeking out the new shows or TV or any of that. Other than, I mean, we immediately watched the I Think You Should Leave. We love that show. So.
Yeah, I watched those videos you sent me. They were really funny.
Okay, well, check it out. It's on Netflix. There's no most of the episodes are under 20 minutes long, so you can like blow through them. You don't overstay their welcome. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I almost freaking like peed my pants watching one of the episodes of the latest season. So,
well, also a new Adventure Zone started, so I think that's been also like I'm more apt to listen to something than to watch something sometimes.
yeah, oh yeah, it's when you're easier to work on other stuff or whatever. That's part of the reason I haven't really gotten into any of the like the Bad Batch was like the first Star Wars animated show from the the whole stuff they've been doing that I've actually watched.
Yeah, I do watch Bad Batch.
I have a place to watch them, but it's not something that Danny's interested in. So I, watching it on my own time, and usually it's just like, well, I'm going to throw the radio on and work on customs or whatever I do.
Yeah. New Adventure Zone has been very, very, very good. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. All the prologue stuff, and now we're into the actual episodes.
For a split second, I didn't think if I had muted myself or not, and I went, shit.
Nope, you haven't heard a peep out of you in a little while here. So
Fantastic. There we go. Oh, look at that arm.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. Sweet. I didn't know how this was going to fit, so I was kind of nervous. Cool.
Also, for a while, I got into like these murder shows on Netflix.
Oh, murder documentaries?
Well, they're not. It's hard to explain. So there's this guy, and he does like quantified psychological evaluations of people when they're in interrogations, and then he talks about like the tactics the police use, and then as well as like how that affects the individual, and displays of dishonest behavior, as well as like sociopathy and the like. And because Hunter for a while was like, "Are you going to kill me?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "You're watching an awful lot of murder shows here lately." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just really fascinated by this guy's, how he's like taking into account body language, and like lack of situational empathy, and it's a lot of it's stuff that I talk about. I don't do it anymore, but when I would teach classes on dealing with extremely aggressive individuals with mental health concerns. So I find a lot of that really interesting. And my gosh, the people are horrific. I mean, just the complete lack of humanity in some of these folks is just absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, Danny digs the murder docs. Not been one of my go-tos.
Sorry, that ooh was not in regards to murdering or murder docs. This is exciting. Shit's kind of coming together.
Exciting thing happening.
Oh, that's actually looking kind of good.
Nice.
I don't know how we looking. What do you guys? Oh, hey, pull them on the camera.
Oh, that's looking good.
I dig it.
I like it.
Quintillion, this is why me, a forensic scientist, married a person with a psychology degree.
Yeah. Very smart to mix those disciplines, because I'm sure the chats you have are beyond entertaining.
Sounds like they just did it so they could watch murder shows and not get weird looks.
Murder show. I'ma watch a murder show. I just like singing that song all the time to my wife.
If you guys want a really entertaining true crime podcast, a couple of my buddies from high school do a show called Wine and Crime. And it's basically them getting sauced and doing like true murder mysteries or like true crime like investigations. It's really entertaining. It's basically all the conversations you think that we would have while we were sauced, but you don't have to get sauced, and you can just enjoy the goofy conversations. It's fantastic.
I know Danny has tried that one. I can't remember if she's into it or not. Dave, what are you using for the neck articulation?
There we go. Look at that. The neck articulation, there's actually a ball joint in there already, but
Really?
that is the profile of what it'll look like once it's all reassembled.
It's coming along.
Pretty neat.
That's looking great, David.
So, well, now I have to just reconstruct the entirety of that chest cavity. Here we go. Oh boy. Is it weird? I'm thinking about just absolutely plugging this full of hot glue and then just like running in bits and bobs into it.
It might, I don't know, the durability might be a little iffy there, but
I'm just thinking fill in that cavity down there.
Yeah.
And then just because it'll dry quicker than epoxy.
Have you ever used spray foam?
Yes. The one problem I've had with spray foam is it breaks down.
Oh, does it? I've never had problems with it.
I know some of them, like paint, will eat that stuff sometimes too.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna warm up the old hot glue gun.
Nearly done. Focus. Yeah.
Quintillion, you don't get the weird looks when watching murder shows. Fair enough. First date was literally talking about serial killers. Love at first bite. That's awesome. Super Spike Battlestar.
Damn right.
Oh my God. You know what, folks? We are at almost the top of the hour, and I don't want to deprive you, our loyal viewers and fans and friends in the chat, something so fantastic that it lives on in infamy. It has fan videos. So without further ado, I present to you a message from our best, our nearest and dearest sponsor. I am trying to fucking stall until it actually turns 9 o'clock, but that's another 2 minutes. So you know what? Here we go, folks. We might play it twice because it's that nice. I say good day, and I present to you Enhancement Talent in Clothing and Gear, the ad.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
It's so good every time. Every damn time.
Goes down smooth.
Well,
it's just so good. There you go. Check them out. EnhancementTalentClothing.com. Oh, look at him. That's nice. That
we're cool.
super single tier. That's looking sharp. Where did you get that trench coat or the lab coat?
That's from it's a Toy Biz. From the
off the East. Damn.
Yeah.
Props. That one busted a long time ago. Neb Shapiro, I'd love an edit where it pans to this thing and there's a photo of Dave's face superimposed on it. Screw you.
I mean, we could make that happen.
It's true. Well, you've been talking about updating the images in there too.
Yes, because we've done a lot of stuff since then.
Jesus. Panther, do we need to get Quintillion and his gal pal to evaluate that statement? One of these days, Dave is going to show a hostage video instead of those Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear commercials. We'll all be like, what?
Or there will be an Enhancement Talent video that is a hostage video.
I mean, I can make that happen.
Fill in a cavity with glue.
Usually you have to pay extra for that.
Right? Not on this show. We give the people what they want.
All your cavity filling needs.
You are correct, Mitch Falcon. I am doing Gorilla Man from the Headsman. I should probably do the rest at some point. I've got parts to do Ruby Thursday, but what's his name?
Chandu, the Mystic.
Chandu wouldn't be too hard actually. He would actually be easier than
Melty Face.
Guy. Yeah, with the the shrunken bones or whatever. That would be a pain in the ass. I mean, I just have to come up with a head, but yeah, would not be easy. Yeah, Chandu shouldn't be too hard.
He's such a mishmash of parts, though.
Yeah, but I can mishmash parts together really easily, and probably find parts that have that look. Whereas Shrunken Bones, there isn't probably parts out there that would look like that.
But he was just a scientist with a messed up face.
Right, so I have to find a messed up face.
Aren't they all?
Couldn't you just melt a face significantly?
Maybe. And Ruby Thursday would also be somewhat of a challenge, but only because I want to do like a bunch of like add-on stuff for her head.
Yeah. Didn't you say she's your favorite headsman?
By far.
I love this show.
David, who's your favorite headsman?
You know,
I know you have one.
I don't know, to be quite honest, because it's one of those questions. What?
You can just go based solely on appearance. Not asking you to recite their full,
bios,
appearances. Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Well,
it's a thing.
Homework for next week's show.
Right. That'll tune in next week when I'll figure out who my favorite headsman is.
Dave will reveal
the deep dark secret of who my favorite headsman is.
I mean, my favorite headsman is probably the Untold Tales of Spider-Man character, the Headsman, but because I like him better than any of the actual headsmen. But you need to make custom of him too. Oh crap! Damn! That would be perfect.
What?
I was talking with my friend Billy about because the pre-order for the Retro Falcon, or not Falcon, Hercules.
Yeah.
That went up today? Today, I think.
Yeah.
Was that today? God, it seemed like a lifetime ago. Anyway, maybe it was yesterday. Anyway, we were chatting about it, and I was like, "Oh, here's the customs I could make with that if I bought a bunch of them." And it was like Machismo and Archon and whatever. But
yeah.
Archon,
now,
yes.
Talking to you guys, that figure would be perfect for Headsman.
That's very true.
And yes, he did die in Thunderbolts, and that was very sad to me because it was a waste of
that Morloon Marvel Legend.
Or a character with a lot of potential, anyway.
I'm surprised they haven't made a Morloon.
He'll happen, I think, because they've got the Hellfire Club parts that they want to get the use out of.
Yeah.
Though he could be bigger than that. He would be a good Build-A-Figure.
He would be. I always thought the Weaver would have been a cool one, the actual Weaver of the Web. I thought he'd be a really cool Build-A-Figure because big steampunk, half spider, half giant time vampire. Hunky Herc, more like Chunky Herc, you know what I'm saying? That's a baby boy.
I mean, I would also be okay if they did Madam Web's chair as a build a chair.
That would be awesome.
Is she still dead?
Yes, depending on.
Yeah, Jessica Carpenter, Spider-Woman 2 is the new Madam Web.
I don't even know if that's accurate anymore because she lost her power for a time.
No, I think she's back.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, because she was in the Sin Eater Kindred whatever arc.
Yeah.
Teaming up with all the other spiders.
What a time! What a time!
Oh, Panther 10. Don't know. Untold Tales is great. It's a great Spider-Man book. I mean, Spider-Girl is good, and I love Pat Olive.
You want to know my weird guilty pleasure when it comes to Spidey? Web Spinner's Tales.
There's some solid stuff there. Some of those
There
stories
is.
are a little meh, but there's some good stuff in there.
Literally the first arc with Mysterio retelling the kind of Mysterio's invasion of New York. Like, it's still like nostalgia vibes, hardcore, because that was one of those series that I remember biking to Rainbow Foods to pick up on the newsstand because, like, Schindler's was too far, and yeah, like that one and Marvel's Edge. That was also Professor Xavier and his X-Men.
Oh, the flip books, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I got those at Cub in St. Cloud because it was all the 99-cent books repackaged.
Yep, and they were fantastic.
There was Fantastic Four Unplugged and Avengers Unplugged.
Yeah, it was good, is what it was.
And you were right, Mitch Falcon, that Busiek can't be beat. I am very much enjoying the new Marvel series. The Marvels.
Yeah, Marvels.
Because in the third issue we had freaking an explanation of Reed Richards and Ben Grimm's military days. They teamed up with Batroc the Leaper, Crash Simpson, and freaking the guy who will become Peregrine to go fight monsters in Shi'ar and deviants in the jungles of Xi'an Kong.
Guys, he holds together.
Oh, damn.
That's great.
Oh, and yes, Mitch Falcon must get more Astro City, hopefully soon. I know he's dealing with, health issues and stuff like that. And they've been talking about that Enforcer one-shot forever. So
I'm going to put that to the side for now because my hand hurts. I was too busy reading the Spider-Man Clone Saga in the 90s. I was getting Untold Tales books during the same period, but Untold Tales just wasn't on my radar, at least not as much. Fair enough. Ah, yes, Mr. Ryan Clark, correct you are. Pronounced in your native tongue of Canada-ese. Batroc the Leaper.
I did just pull up Funeral for an Octopus on Marvel Unlimited because I missed that when it came out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should read that. From when Dr. Octopus died the first time.
Yes.
We need to hurry up and get to our Marvel game, Matt, because I have so many things I want to say, but I can't say them for reasons of spoilers.
Soon, hopefully, we'll get the players and get it all going. I'm looking forward to it when it happens.
Yes.
Got 3 right now. I may just roll with 3.
I got to prod my friend again too. He was, he was not interested, but also,
TJ, give it a go, man, because that Clone Saga, while rough, embodies a lot of folks' childhood, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. I know it is a steam pile in certain areas.
It's a lot to read. It went on a long damn time.
Yeah. The funny thing is again, I've mentioned it before. I studied under Tom Lyle, co-creator of the Scarlet Spider, and he always
is a good hunter.
Yep, he always gets blamed for the Clone Saga, and he would always go on the defense and say, "Hey, now I pitched it as a 5-issue miniseries to introduce Ben Reilly." And it wasn't until I want to say it was like 2010, 2000, maybe 2011, where I think it was Todd Knock drawing it, but they actually drew what that pitch would have been.
Oh,
and it was like, this would have been so good and so easy, and we would have been done with it all. But Mitch Falcon, you are correct. The sales department is to blame. Money.
Who was the editor in chief during that?
DeFalco.
That's. I think you're more your.
He's talked about it too. He didn't really. I don't think he was in favor of it going on as long as it did.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's one of those things of it's the same reason why Onslaught is near and dear in my heart. Like, it's one of those that it hit at the right time when I was the right age, and I will enjoy the shit out of that book until the day I die.
Onslaught's back too.
Yeah. He is. Spoilers. Panther 10, I'm just glad that Ben Reilly is back at being Spider-Man again. Yes. No, I think
I'm curious to see what they do with that.
Oh, no, I think they shifted into no editor-in-chief then Harris. Oh,
okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man Clone Saga was good. And actually, Miles Morales' Clone Saga that just happened wasn't bad. It was short. I enjoyed it.
Still another issue or two maybe out of that?
Yes. Oh, Pale Aragorn, you're trying to send send links and we can't see them. Hold on.
Well, you can copy and paste them.
Yes.
And yes, I did enjoy what they did with the Ultimate Spider-Man Clone Saga, as just for how they, brought in, Jessica Drew / Spider-Woman, just had her be a Peter clone. That was interesting.
I liked it.
Interesting take on the character.
I'm just trying to see what Pale Aragorn is dropping in the chat. Pale Aragorn, click at the link or tell me what the link is. It won't work.
Click at the link.
And on my link and on my end, I can't even like cut and paste it.
Really?
It's so because if I click on it, it highlights it.
It is a Sami Zayn head.
Oh, there you go. You will be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a spare if anyone needs one. I'm just saying.
Well, here, let me pop this up here.
Oh shit, Mitch Falcon King. Since I couldn't find that one Facebook page, here's a Motu Magnon headcast. eBay.com/ITM/Galaxy Warriors Master of the Universe Origins Custom.
I have that headcast. It's a good headcast.
I'm just gonna drop this in the chat here for you, Dave. In the Facebook chat.
Oh, hold on. I need to open up the Book of Faces. Then we have a private chat on here, Matt.
That's true, we do. But yeah,
I always gotta make it difficult. Oh, come on, Messenger.
You'll be disappointed.
Oh my.
And yes, Mitch Falcon, I would love if we got Legend Slingers.
Oh, yes,
I'd be so down. Mr. Ryan Clark, thanks for stopping by, man. We'll catch you tomorrow, all right? It'll be good.
I did enjoy Slingers quite a bit.
Good night, Ryan. Good night, sweet Canadian prince. Dude, for real though, guys, like I am super stoked to try and actually finish this now. That's gonna be so ridiculous. I know I have a little sculpting to do, but not as much as I thought I was gonna need to do. So
share that share Pale Aragorn's picture with the people.
Oh yes. Hold on, I need to reopen.
Because it reminds me of somebody, but I can't figure out who.
Share my screen.
Certainly not.
Look into his dead eye. Not Windows.
Not.
God, let me zoom in.
Sami Zayn, really?
I don't know. It looks like the dude that used to work at the Pro-X over by my mom's house.
He looks like what Sami Zayn probably looked at once he saw what his storylines were going to be on the main roster. Yes, I'm so excited by this, Vincent. It is good shit.
Neb, the surprise for tomorrow's unboxing is this 1 of 1,000 Cody that Matt was so kind to bequeath me of sorts. So I'll be.
You did pay me for it.
I know, but you know what I mean.
That's what it is, Pale Aragorn. It totally looks like frickin' Marv from Home Alone.
It does.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
It looks more like Marv than the NECA Marv. Hold on. Also, that Kevin McAllister figure was one of the most terrifying figures we ever had at Hot Comics. It's like, would you like a little boy screaming? Because here's that figure. I'm like, I don't want to know who's buying this.
Now it's coming full circle back to our murder show.
There's Marv, and I will say this: the head sculpts looked nowhere near this good in the retail.
The one on the right looks like Rob Schneider.
It does a little bit, but yes, Mitch Falcon, the singer from Nickelback.
Look at that photograph.
I don't know what the singer from Nickelback even looks like, so I'll just take
like that.
He looks like Jerry Lynn.
Don't you insult the good goddamn name of Jerry Lynn.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh God.
I have to find. There's a fantastic
Comparison
picture somewhere, and I'm trying to find it now. Oh, of course I can't find it now. Damn it. I don't know why this is an image of them saying, "I'll have a quesadilla."
What?
The internet is weird.
Yes,
okay, hold on.
I have no mental image of what Chad Kroger looks like, Quintillion, which I'm glad for.
There you go.
They do not look alike. Don't even. You need to stop. You need to stop your lies, Dave.
I gotta find a better image. Hold on. No, oh, that's his WWE like buff stuff run. That's just a great picture.
It is a great picture.
I'll have the case.
Team of WWE like two Chad Krogers.
Mitch Falcon. I had tacos tonight.
Dual Krogering.
There was a tag team in WCW that looked like two Chad Krogers.
Which tag team in WCW looked like Chad? Because I can name a whole lot of them from the late 80s.
I'm guessing it was probably the 90s era, but
90s era had a lot of like
never go double Chad Kroger.
Oh God, too much Chad Kroger.
Techno Team 2000, baby.
What's it there, guy in some old Subway commercials with a Jerry curl and a headband?
We're from the future.
I mean, yeah, those are kind of. Let's see if I can.
I always thought if Eric Watts was from the future, couldn't he prevented his father from saying incredibly racist things and losing his job?
You could. But
Cowboy Bill, I'm from the future. You shut the fuck up.
I will say that TJ isn't wrong that Chronic looks like two Chad Krogers.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. TJ, good call. I'm loath to admit it, but it's true.
I'm just scrolling through WCW tag teams.
You know who does not look like two Chad Krogers?
Two Chad Krogers?
Three Chad Krogers.
Fire and Ice. Who was Firebreaker?
Firebreaker Chip?
Who was his tag team partner? Was it Buddy Lee Parker?
That I have no idea.
Because I can't remember. I just remember he was in a tag team as well.
I'm going to have to mute again because here comes the Dremel.
Here
comes the Dremel. Here we go. Money talk. Bing. Here comes the Dremel.
Dremel.
Let's see here. Firebreaker Chip.
Was it the Patriot? No, it wasn't the Patriot.
No, he was WWF.
He was in WCW as well.
Was he? Oh.
I believe he may have tagged with Marcus Alexander Bagwell back right before American Males. So
Firebreaker Chip tagged with Todd Champion.
Damn, Todd Champion. I don't even remember Todd Champion.
Yeah, he just is. It looked like he's just like freaking
generic muscle guy.
Well, he's got like Desert Storm, chocolate chip camo fatigues on.
So he's like a Garaseon Creed knockoff,
or
beret. Like he's like proto Garaseon Creed.
Yes.
Out of the primal waters, Todd Champion emerges to defend your country.
He does wear an American flag scarf. That seems to be the primary thing that differentiated him from just a dude in a military uniform. So yeah, he's just kind of a, Sergeant Slaughter-y sort of whatever thing. Yeah. Wow, Firebreaker Chip. All right. Not somebody I expected to think about.
You're welcome. How wrote are you, Matt, on Miracle Violence Connection?
I'm aware of them. That was Dr. D and Terry Gordy, right?
Yep, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Bam Bam Terry Gordy.
I mean, I heard the name of the tag team, and I'm like, well, that's the greatest tag team name in the world.
That's what happens when you're in Japan.
But that's about all I know about them, And I mean, yeah, I know about Terry Gordy and Steve Williams to some degree, but I read about wrestling rather than watch it, so I couldn't tell you anything. I've read stories about both of them, but
oh man, that All Japan run. I know it's not actually. I always thought their run in All Japan was pretty widely loved, but it's not as loved as I thought it was.
Interesting.
Like, I remember when they were going to come to ECW to wrestle the Eliminators, and it was hyped as the best 2 tag teams in the world wrestling.
Wow.
And I'd have a hard time arguing that they were not the best 2 American tag teams at that moment, because I think Scott Steiner was hurt. Because the Steiner brothers were amazing. Before Scott became just this blown up monster.
Yeah.
Like, you watch old Steiners and you're just like, oh my gosh, they're doing things that like are insane.
And then Scott just decided to go friggin' crazy.
Well, I also love the fact that Vince, like at one point when they were there, the rumor is he wanted to strap the Rocket to Scott. And Scott didn't want to break up with Rick.
Wow. Huh. Well, there's a good question for you, King. What's your favorite era of wrestling?
Depends on the division, honestly. If we're talking about the cruiserweights, I would say it has to be that Super J Cup period, because they're still like, people are still living off of that.
Yeah.
It had more incredible talent all in one place at one time than I think that we've ever seen since. Women's wrestling, I would refer to
Bull Nakano.
Like that 90s
Minami Toyota. Yeah, the All Japan women's division in that time period was incredible. And again, they were doing things then that women's wrestlers and men's wrestlers aren't doing even now.
Yeah.
They're not capable of doing it. Heavyweights, All Japan, early 2000s, late 90s, the 4 Pillars era. And I know that some people, that's not their jam, aka Ricky Norin. I heard your song, Ricky. It was really good, but it almost made me cry. I was so angry. But as far as tag teams, it's Crockett Cup era NWA, WCW.
So the Midnights and the
Midnights, Legion of Doom. Gosh, who else would have been in that? Rock and Roll Express. You could go on and on and on. There were so many good teams during that time. The Horsemen.
Well, yeah, that would have been Arn
and Tully. Maybe even Arn and Ole at that point.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my favorite
for tags.
Although I do feel like, you can. All Japan has definitely had its fingers in that area as well during their heyday.
So Pele Aragorn in the chat, I do know that Dave wants more of the Revelations figures than I do. I don't think I'm going to get very many.
What was that?
The Revelations figures.
I'm doing He-Man and Skeletor, then I think I'm tapping.
No Battle Cat, David?
I have Battle Cat.
Oh, did you got him? What do you think of him?
He's massive.
Yeah, I know. He looks amazing.
I had Hulk riding him for a bit, and then it devolved into the only natural progression, which was I had my Danhausen custom riding on him.
That makes total sense to me.
Right? So, it is a stunning figure, to say the least. Man, sorry, I'm trying to get this to. I'm trying to give it a toe cap. This figure a toe cap. It's not wanting to play nice.
A toe cap.
Well, I am carving because I'm a psycho. I'm carving out the toe of the Baxter Stockman foot.
Oh.
So, and I'm going to put it on the front of the boot.
Get it back on the boot.
Das Boot.
What about you, Matt? Do you have a favorite era?
I mean, the era that, has always just stuck in my mind, and not for any positive reasons necessarily, but I do love a lot of the ill-conceived characters that came out of the new generation.
I have a soft spot in my heart for the new generation. I think it was probably one of the best time periods for pure wrestling in WWE.
Speaking of tag divisions, what a bad tag division that was.
Which one?
New generation.
Ooh.
I thought it had a pretty good tag division. The Steiners, the Mounties,
later new generation.
Hart Foundation.
Because after
that,
the Bulldogs, it was like High Energy and Well Done and the Godwins and shit.
And the Godwins weren't terrible, and then they just progressively got worse.
Mitch Falcon, New Generation is considered after Hogan jumped over?
Post Hogan.
WCW after he jumped over, which was 93?
Yeah, 93, 94.
Yeah, and then it went till the Attitude Era, which is when Raw. Well, the first while of Raw was still New Generation because you had Man of War and crap showing up on Raw.
Ew, that's loud.
Sorry.
I think most people would say.
I just realized that wasn't muted that time. Sorry.
That Attitude Era started with the Austin 316 promo, probably.
Yeah. I know Ben's got some stories, Pele Aragorn, about injuries. The worst injury that I've ever had. Let's see if I can get it here. You can kind of see. I broke my arm, bone popped out. They put a plate in. But
that sounds truly, truly horrific.
It wasn't bad. But yeah, so I got this scar on my forearm on the inside. That's where the plates.
I've had a chip pop out, but I've never had full-blown compound fracture action.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Fell off a bike. It was break my face or break my arm, and I went with the arm.
A wise choice.
Yeah, as someone who's broken their face, not good, not fun.
What about you, Dave?
Would not recommend.
Worst injury, because once Ben starts going,
I got 2 life-threatening injuries.
We're gonna look like pikers.
I got 2 almost dies.
Oh.
Almost, though. That's good.
One was real bad. The other one was real bad too, but they're both.
One was real bad, and the other one was also.
I want one leg to say awesome, and I want the other leg to say awesome.
Okay, so funny story about that. I was talking to someone about wrestling gear. You know, like I was like, yeah, I design wrestling gear and stuff for a lot of locals and a couple other folks, and they're just like, oh man, are they just like, I want this on one leg and I wanted to say it on the other one too. And I'm like, oh, like Mike Awesome. They're like, what? And I'm just like, look up Mike Awesome tights. And the funny thing was, legit in my hand from that box of wrestling figures I was holding.
Yes!
Wait.
Awesome. Also a guy who, if you ever really want to see some amazing stuff, go look up his FMW work. Whoa. You like all those ECW matches he had with Masato Tanaka? That's take that times 2, and where no one gives a shit about each other's personal safety.
Deal.
Well, FMWE is now doing their. Good Lord, that whole promotion. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I almost cut off my arm.
I remember that story.
Going through a plate glass window. I lost 40% of my right bicep. It was the day after the last day of school of my senior year. So,
sorry, Ben, I don't want to interrupt you, but Quintillion put, I had my left kneecap ripped out, and response of the night, I think, goes to, damn it, where is it? Oh, the chat jumped on me. It was that the second date?
Nice.
Oh, sorry. All right, sorry.
That might have been response of the night. That is pretty dang good. So right bicep. Gosh, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me grab it. Oh, so many.
40%. Holy crap.
Of a scar that runs all the way across, and literally my arm opened up and a chunk of bicep fell out. Cut my artery in 2 places. Almost bled out. This was 1994, height of the AIDS scare in hospital blood
supply.
Yeah, my mom was a hospital administrator, had been an emergency room nurse, would not let me have a transfusion. I was getting plasma in one arm and it was coming right out the other. I had already lost almost all my Division I prospects because I dislocated my kneecap my senior year.
Oof.
I had always had knee and ankle problems. Division I schools tend to get panicky when you can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I had decided to go the JUCO route. And I immediately thought, like, it was one of the first questions I asked was, am I going to lose my football scholarship? Which, hindsight being 2020, is one of the dumbest questions I've ever asked in my entire life. I always tell people I knew it was bad because my mother especially was very non-emotional, very clinical, and she was crying. And I was like, I'm in trouble. About 15 minutes before they got me into surgery, my eyes shut off.
Oh.
And I had to ask, like, am I going to die? Like, they're like, no, they did have to break my arm to get to the artery. It had receded so far up.
Jesus.
And I was awake and they couldn't anesthetize me for it. I remember telling the guy who was the EMS who had his hand inside my arm to pinch the artery shut when they were going to have to break it, that if you try to break my arm, I'm going to break your fucking head. And they broke it anyway, and I did not break anyone's head because I was going night sleepy time here pretty quickly after. I was in 12 hours of surgery.
Mitch Falcon, I agree. A chunk of bicep is never not a good phrase to hear.
I see. I didn't know it was that bad. I thought I cut my thumb has a big scar in it because my hand was laid open and I could see the inside of my hand. I was wearing a white T-shirt and everything from the midpoint down was red. And so when I opened my arm to look down, glass and bicep fell out. And one of my friends calmly walked over, took his shirt off, shoved his shirt in my hole in my arm, and literally they pushed my head away so I couldn't look at it. Luckily, my dad was home. He had done emergency medical services before, and he put his hand inside my arm to pinch the artery shut against the bone. So my dad used to jokingly say, "I've been inside you." I woke up after surgery, and I'm notoriously bad with anesthetic. I woke up, there was no one in the recovery room with me for some reason, and I panicked and tried to get up and walk away. And they had taken 12 inches of vein out of my leg to replace the artery, so I was in a cast and had no idea. Got up, fell right on my ass, and there was a glass tubing piece coming out of my arm that I broke against my side. So the next day I had to go back into another 6 hours of wonderful surgery. That was terrible. I don't remember most of the summer because I was on so many meds. It was truly horrifically awful. And it fucked me up real bad. Like as far as your senior year, you tend to be the most, like, I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof anyway.
Right.
You tend to then do your stupidest things, I think. Well, imagine, skirting death. Because it was like I was being told constantly, like, how lucky you are to be alive. And I was like, we would go to the hospital to see my mom, and for a year they couldn't get all the blood off the carpet. You could see where they had wheeled me in. And there's a county hospital, so it's not like it's a big. I mean, I grew up in a town of just under 10,000, so there was still blood, The other one was when I was living in Duluth. I was at a bachelor party for one of my best friends, and I went down to my car to get my wallet. I had locked in the glove compartment, and someone tapped me on the shoulder. And when I turned around, my lights went out temporarily because someone hit me in the face with a piece of pipe. And they were trying to rob me because they started to rifle through my pockets. And I popped down to one knee and popped right back up. And I was in no shape to fight. So it wasn't like I was going to beat the shit out of somebody because I didn't know where I was. But I had the sense to grab them. And it scared the two people there, and people on the balcony of that's so cool.
Rock, rock, rock.
Of where we were saw that was going down. They began to rush down, so these people fled. So when my friends got down there, my eye was out of the socket because my right orbital bone my entire cheekbone was shattered. My nose was broke.
Right.
Crack in my jaw. So they called the police because I refused EMS care. I thought my nose was broke, and I thought my eye was swollen shut. They kept telling me, your eye's not swollen shut. Your eye is coming out of your head. EMS called the police. The police arrived. The officer that arrived, actually, I coached his sons in junior league football. And he said, I'm going to do you a favor. You can ride in the front with me, or you can ride in the back in handcuffs, but you're going to the emergency room. Wow. So I said, I will ride in the front with you, sir. Everything was fine. I couldn't see out of one eye, but
shit.
We got about little over halfway to Miller Dwan, and I caught my reflection in the side mirror, and I horked everywhere. I mean, I think I filled that front of the police car with vomit. I went comatose for 2 days. I had blood in my brain. I had to get the cartilage taken out of my ears to fill all the holes in my face.
Oy.
I had, I think it was like a 4-hour, 5-hour surgery to put my eye back in to place, but they couldn't do it immediately. They had to wait like 5 days, I want to say, to get all the swelling and the blood out. Like I was literally crying blood constantly.
Jesus.
They got my eye back in, but my socket was folding in. I worried I was going to lose my eye for a little bit.
Mitch Falcon, his screen took a turn.
The best part about that, my wife tells it better than I do. They're like, we're gonna have to drain the blood off the bottom of your eye, and they put you in this like Clockwork Orange style machine that holds your eyes open. And I'm afraid of needles. Like I'm terrified of needles. And a needle comes right at your eye, and they're like, you have to relax and not push the table.
You have to relax.
And I was like, I am relaxed. I'm totally relaxed. Everything's great. I tore the table off the floor. Like I broke the hinges on the floor. The table was attached to the floor.
This is let's see here.
Oh, that's awesome looking, man.
To focus. This is the expression the entire chat has had for the last 10 minutes.
That was my expression as well.
I was going to make a yogurt parfait for dessert, but now, nope, not anymore.
So I did the surgery. When they were like doing the consult, they said, hey, we were looking at your head and your tonsils are really, really, really swollen. Like, how are you breathing well? I mean, I'm a big dude. And they're like, we're just going to cut them out. Is that a problem? And I was like, no, that sounds great.
me now feels sicky. Okay.
I was like,
I think we got to change the story, Ben.
No, I'm finishing the story, David. This got asked. I'm giving the people what they want. So they take my tonsils out. They do the whole thing. I wake up and I look like Darth Vader pre-helmet. You can only see my left eye. Everything's bandaged. I'm in this huge breather thing. I've got a tube down my throat. And my mom had come up and she told them like, hey, don't let him wake up without supervision because he will pull that tube out.
Last time we learned.
Yeah. So they came and took the tube out and I wasn't getting enough oxygen. So the oximeter kept going off. And anybody who's had surgery knows you just want to go to sleep. Like I was so tired. So my mom kept putting it back on. I'd knock it off. She'd put it back on. And I was on a floor all by myself. So they brought 3 orderlies in. And my mom's like, we got to figure this out. And I looked at them and I looked at her and I said, if you keep pushing me and putting that thing on my finger, they're going to have to get an extra bed in this room because I'm going to knock you the fuck out. So they hooked my foot up to the bed and taped the oximeter to my toe so I couldn't reach it. It sucked. So yeah, I was in the hospital for a couple days with that. And then I had to wear a face shield to work because the person I worked with was very aggressive. Yep. But he never hit me when I wore that mask. The day I took it off, he came after me full bore. It was like, hey, baby, we're back to normal. Let's do this. The only other bad thing about that story is my roommate came home one day and he called 911. He freaked out. I will sleep with my hand on my face. Sometimes, like I'm giving myself the Picard facepalm all the time. And I re-broke my nose.
Jesus.
And I had blood everywhere. And he thought I bit my tongue like off. And I had no idea.
This is like a Discovery Channel special.
Yeah, except for less aliens.
Yeah. Panda 10, did they ever find the muggers?
No. The people I ran with, though, at the time were a little unscrupulous. Let's put it that way. Good dudes, just did some shady stuff. They did find out who it was. And came over one day and said, would you like to, this person also owes us some money for some other things. We're going to go have a chat. Would you like to be involved? And I said, no, no, I would not. This person almost took my eye and I hope they die in a car wreck, but I want nothing to do with it. So, that person moved away pretty quickly after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was real bad. I have had previous concussions. I played football in high school and college, and a little bit after college. Played a tiny bit of arena football. That though injury, they pointed to this is why I have epileptic style seizures because of head injury. So sometimes when we run the microwave, I shit my pants and forget my name for 30 minutes. Anybody know what that's from? Come on. Anybody really? That's from Christmas Vacation.
See, I haven't watched that forever. Neb in the chat wants to know how your vision is now.
I have to get checked for a detached retina every year. It's not great. It wasn't that great to begin with. But I get headaches sometimes from it. Like I get screen time. I get screen time headaches a lot. Especially like first person games give me real bad headaches if I'm not careful. So, and I also have to get my vision checked because I'm diabetic and I have to be careful with that whole business. It's not great. It's not, I mean, like I said, I kept myself very lucky. I literally almost bled to death and walked away from it. And I literally took a pipe to the face with malicious intent and didn't die or was not permanently, like irreparably harmed. And as someone who works with the disabled community, I recognize how lucky I am. We're all just one bad fall away from, significant head trauma.
Oh, there's a guy I know who did a custom for him a couple of years back, and he slipped on some ice, shattered his leg, and lost it.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know. I mean, you really don't. And I have absolutely stellar support system in, my friends and my wife. It sucks because like when I have seizures, they're full blown, let's watch this 6'5" person topple to the floor and break things. I put a hole in the wall. I've smashed a bathtub. I've wrecked a seat in a car just from spasms and seizing. But she's awesome. I mean, like, my wife's an amazing person. I just feel bad that, this happened, and now that she also is living with the same thing. So it sucks, but yeah. Could be worse. Like I said, I'm very, very, very aware how bad it could have been. I could have not woke up.
Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Me singing the praises of Cassandra.
Oh, that's fair. That's nothing new, though.
Yeah.
Cassandra's awesome.
She is awfully, awfully cool.
That's why we call her Queen. Where might we go? Mitch Falcon, they make you big in Minnesota.
I'm not from Minnesota.
True story.
And I am not big. So
I am, however, a large person.
It's true. I think that's how. I think that might be the trick behind King Ginger. Was we were trying to make a Vader parody, I think, in the Creator Wrestler, and so instead of Big Van Vader, we were trying to think of what we could call you, and I was like, dude, you're fucking King of the Gingers.
I mean, that might be very well true.
That sounds about right. Oh my God, did I just... Oh no, I came pretty close. All right, well, nope, damn it.
Oh no.
I overcut.
Oh no!
That's okay. Well, no, that should work. It's pretty close.
So yes, thank you for indulging me in my gory tales of infamy. And I've had a lot of other stuff, but those are the two worst. Lots of broken bones.
Thank you, Quintillion, for losing us a few viewers.
Hey, if you didn't stay till the end,
I kid. Come on.
If you didn't stay till the end,
Just got home and tuned in. What did I miss?
If you didn't stay till the end, that's on you, baby.
Oh man.
This be the time you get a Twitch content warning.
It's okay. We're broadcasting on heel turn, so Beard will be the one that gets it.
He'll be like, "Oh, you told that story? God, you're dumb."
Wait, Quintilian, you didn't ask it. Who asked you?
No, it was Pale Aragorn.
Oh, it was Pale Aragorn. Sorry, Quintilian. I did not mean to put the evil on you. Or did I?
Do not bring your evil here.
Yes. Did you watch that show?
No.
You just
the only reason I know that reference is MST3K.
I was going to say, is that just because of MST3K?
Always.
Did you see they're touring again?
I did. I'm more excited to see that Sparks is coming next year. So.
Ooh. I took Cassandra for her birthday to that double feature last time they were here.
Quintillion, I'm calling Danhausen. Hey, I didn't put that curse on you. Maybe I did. Holy shit, you're right. Those stories about graphic injuries has taken up almost the entire second hour. That's fair. And now I mute to finish my dremeling.
Hopefully no horrible injuries are involved.
Ooh, brand new to customizing. Any thoughts on Vallejo Mecha Color paints? They're good. That's my thoughts.
Not familiar with Mecha Color paints. I've had some Vallejos, and I don't have any complaints. It's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Citadel guy if I'm buying paint, but Vallejo does good stuff. So, as far as resistance to chipping, I would have to lean on Dave to see if he has any firsthand knowledge in that regard. I haven't found any paint that's not going to potentially chip in the right set of circumstances. So,
what do you use to seal, Matt?
I just prepare for chipping by sanding and, eliminating joints. But once Dave's off mute, we can ask him and see if he has.
Do you use a sealer of any type, Matt?
I do. I seal all my stuff with the Mod Podge.
That's
I heard my name. What'd I do?
Have you heard anything about the Vallejo being more chip resistant than other paints?
No.
Any first-hand experience in that regard?
I mean, it all depends on how you finish it, how you prep it. In all honesty, but yeah, they're good paints.
Yeah, your stuff chips. It's just how it goes. Ugh, dang it.
I am a floor wax sealer guy.
I've heard good things about that.
The only bad thing is there's a sheen. You've got to generally hit it with a matte spray later.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That you would get a sheen.
I like it though. It works really well.
Well, I know that was one of the things because there was the Spaz sticks, like chrome paint or the Molotov chrome paint, and paint pens or whatever. People were like, oh yeah, just break them open and just brush that on, and then if you seal it with the floor wax, you get basically like a chrome look.
Ooh.
I never tried it, and those markers are friggin' expensive. But
Wish.
Okay. I mean, I haven't felt the need for it myself. I think I could probably get the same effect by using like the floor wax on the silver paint that I like. But
here's my tip of the day for Dremels. Turn them off before you try to switch the bit. Just saying.
This Dremel Minute brought to you by Dave Wheeler and Healthcare.
Yeah. Just following up with the theme of the night, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Theme. Blood and guts.
Surprise, this was the X-rated pay-per-view episode. We gave it away for free.
Right.
I did not lose a finger. They're all still there.
All those little piggies still coming on the market, baby.
Just, time will tell.
Thanks, Matt.
I don't want you to lose a finger. Don't get me wrong.
It's like saying I don't want to watch you lose a finger, but I wouldn't turn away.
And that would gross me the hell out. I would not want to see that at all.
I always remember my middle school shop teacher, Mr. Cinco, was missing a finger, and it was always one of those things where he would always do the thing the first day of class of he'd be like, and this is how you use the bandsaw, and he'd go like that, and it's like, you twisted man, you.
I think that's like a prerequisite to be a shop teacher.
Like you've had to
like the Yakuza, you have to cut a finger off to show that you're like in for life.
My shop teacher was missing, I want to say 3.
Jesus.
Jeez.
He'd been in for a while.
Yeah, I don't want to. Why are you teaching me about safety? You can't keep your fingers on.
He was my homeroom teacher as well. He never did wave goodbye, but the saying I heard, is if he waves goodbye, it looks like he's just got a water balloon on the end of his hand.
Oh,
that's brutal.
I can't remember his name now because his wife was the home ec teacher.
Stubby.
And she was terrible too. So
we used to call him Lucky. Well, you have to watch so you know where the finger went. You can pick it up. Jesus, my shop teacher was missing his entire left hand. Took it off with a meat slicer. Jesus.
Good Lord!
Like a slice at a time. Like
hey, just like Johnny Cash, baby, one piece at a time.
Didn't cost him a dime.
Well, depends on his insurance.
Johnny Cash actually once got killed by an ostrich.
True story.
That's amazing.
He had a bunch of ostriches, and there was a storm, so he was trying to get them inside. And one of them, they got those sharp claws on their feet, and it caught him in the chest. And if he hadn't been wearing a giant country belt buckle, his guts probably would have fallen out. But it stopped the cut.
Dang.
Yeah. We got a theme going tonight.
No, kidding.
Bowling,
let me show you something.
Panther 10.
Oh, sad part was every time he tied a note to his finger to remind himself not to do that again. The finger was Jesus. There we go. We have Mouser feet on.
Oh, very nice.
So cool, Dad.
So it's coming together. It's gonna be this thing's gonna be a monster. I'm excited. I'm not gonna pose him for crap, but
I mean I was surprised by how posable those
well, I'm just saying after I
do all the stuff
rebuild so many joints and resculpt and repaint and just everything. But on that note, we've come to the end of the show, fellas. So I'd like to give you all the floor, as it were. So people can find out what you're working on, where they can find you, and where we're at. So we'll start with our returning third man, King. What you got going on? What's crappening?
Every other Wednesday on this very channel, Heel Turn Radio, we talk the sweaty man graps and lady graps and non-binary people graps. We talk people graps. What else? Star Wars coming out on Gnome World United here pretty quick. That miniseries. I'm just waiting for the casualist of Doug's to finish his editorial passes. Your very own New Money Matt played in that 3-parter. Got a superhero Marvel miniseries game working on that will be, as soon as I get all the players, we'll record that up and get it done and get it also over on Gnome World United. 1 to 2 Saturdays a month on this very channel, the Beard and I do Fire Pro Wrestling. It's the Mighty Twitch Projo show. And then every other Monday on Known World United is the D&D game Down in Outlands. I run for 4 players who are all playing shitty little kids from across the multiverse getting into large-scale Kirby-esque hijinks. So I think that's about all I got going on. Although I might start a audio-only Colossal game, since that's a single-player like journaling style game, and I might record the audio if I can find another couple people, because I also wanted to do that with there's another solo game called Captain's Log that's like that, except for it's very Star Trekky. So if I can find a couple people and we can do some audios, maybe we'll do that as well. That's what I got.
All right, Matt, what about you, Meng?
At Hypno Hustlin', at Hypno Hustlin' on Twitter, Hypno Hustlers _customs on Instagram, and Enhanced Talent Clothing in some form or another, pretty much wherever you get your social media. So yeah, there you go.
Right on. And I am your friendly neighborhood host, Diamond Dave, Dave Wonder, Dave Wheeler, whatever you want to call me. You can find me at all these thanks to Mitch Falcon. You can find me over on my channel, twitch.tv/Dave Wonder, youtube.com/Dave Wonder tomorrow. Night 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time with Robo and Cincy. We'll be gripping and ripping cardboard. I'll be unboxing that one of the 1,000 Cody Rhodes variants tomorrow. On Saturday, you can find me at the Nerd and Out Swap down in Inver Grove Heights. I'll be hawking my wares, as it were. More information on that from the links above. Also, if you want to see me in Chicago coming up in December, submit and request me as a guest, because that would be super fun. I'm trying real hard to get into that show because I just really want to go to Chicago in December. Not really, but I do want to go down and be at the show and have some fun. It's going to be a good old time either way. Yeah, Panther 10, no more horrible injuries. Hopefully, knock on wood. Ow, my wrist. Nice. And Deb, thank you for the love. Definitely a top 3 Tiny Meng episode. Noted.
Top 3.
So, from all of us here at Heel Turn Radio, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining us as we chop shop and talk shop right here on Tiny Meng Tuesdays. Thank you so much for stopping by. We love you all, and we'll catch you later.
Stay safe out.
Did you just say stay safe out there? You monster.